Hello, I'm Maria Mello, this year's class secretary, and welcome to the class of 2025, soon to become class of 2029 8th grade graduation. I would like to start the evening with a thank you for coming to support us in this big transition. Our class has grown a lot over the years, and hopefully will continue to grow. I ask that you please silence your phones, but feel free to take as many pictures as you would like during the ceremony.
Now please bow your heads for prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for this wonderful class and all of the amazing experiences that we have had at SAA. We have enjoyed moments in the classroom, musicals, sports events, chapels, friendships, our teachers, and even going to Washington, D.C. And dear God, we also want to thank you for our families for sending us to a Christian school to learn more about you. You have been with us from the start of the year to the end of the year. Please continue to be with us as our journey continues into high school. Thank you so much for all the ways you have blessed us. In your name, amen.
Here comes a wave meant to wash me away, a tide that has taken me under. Swallowing sand, left with nothing to say, my voice drowned out into thunder. But I won't cry, and I won't start to crumble. Whenever they try to shut me or cut me down, I won't be silenced. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. Written in stone, every rule, every word, centuries old and unbending. Stay in your place, better seen and not heard, but know that story is ending. 'Cause I cannot start to crumble. So come on and try to shut me or cut me down. I won't be silent. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. Try to lock me in this cage, I won't just lay me down and die. I will take these broken wings and watch me burn across the sky. Hear the echoes saying, it won't be silent. Though you wanna see me tremble when you try it, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming to our graduation ceremony. My name is Austin Kalm, and it has been my pleasure to be the president of the 8th grade class of 2025. It's been an incredible journey along the way to where we are now. We have accomplished so much in the past years, and we really appreciate all of your help and support in reaching this point. During our time at school, we've experienced ups and downs, new adventures, and old routines, and we've grown both as people and as a class. Our experiences together have bonded us and made us stronger friends and classmates. Now, as we graduate and take the next step in life, we look back at all the people who got us here. First of all, I would like to thank our amazing SAA staff, who were there for us every step of the way as we went on through school. They have taught us so much, and we couldn't have gotten here without them. Next, I would like to give a special thanks to our middle school teachers who helped us to survive this crazy and exciting part of our lives. They guided us to become who we are today as confident young men and women. Mrs. Lang, when we entered that building, you welcomed us with open arms and helped us to get accustomed to this different stage of school. You taught us so much, from introducing algebra to similes and metaphors. One class that I loved was social studies, where you taught us about ancient messy potatoes, or Mesopotamia, and other ancient civilizations. Your care and teachings were the foundation for our self-confidence, even if it has taken some years to fully take place. Mr. D, as soon as we got to your class, we knew we were in for something special. We were young, obnoxious little sixth graders, and you made it your job to toughen us up. Your daily stories about your college days and your classic lines like, "See this face? Don't care," were always funny in our science class. Even though you made me sit with the same person for all of middle school, you have still been a great, genuine teacher trying to prepare us for the future. I'm going to miss you. Coach Jones, even though we only had you for 2 classes as our 7th grade social studies teacher and our PE teacher, you became one of our favorite staff members. Something I've always liked about you is how chill you are and how you fit in so well with the students. Your passion for teaching sports and your funny nature have helped us to learn to be competitive but happy in life. Mr. Lang, I would like to give you the biggest thank you of all for teaching me, most importantly, that the Golden State Warriors are the best franchise in NBA history. Besides offering advice about that, you helped me and others to finish 7th and 8th grade math during our 7th grade year and reach algebra, as well as supporting everyone else you have taught in their math journey. You have also been a very positive influence on our class, encouraging us to be honest, good, and hardworking students by example. You have helped us to create a good class culture, which has had an effect far beyond 8th grade. Mrs. Ferguson, as the vice principal, you had a lot on your plate. All of the different tasks that you undertake have shown us what it means to be responsible. Even if we didn't always love reading and analyzing poems on Fridays or taking geography tests, we recognize and appreciate your effort in preparing us for high school. Your organization and leadership were shown to us by our class trip to Washington, D.C., which you made incredible. Your joy and knowledge of teaching us history and literature inspire us to pursue what we love. Lastly, I would like to thank all of you here today. None of this would be possible without your love and support. We appreciate all that you do tirelessly for us, whether it's attending our concerts, driving us to sports games, or helping us with homework. We've depended on you to be up here today, so thank you. Give it up for them. As I reflect on all my years with this class, from 2nd grade to now, and hopefully beyond, many funny and impactful memories come flooding back. We have an amazing cast that always tries to have a good time, which makes everyone want to be around each other more. When I try to remember some of our class's best memories, a couple really make me laugh. The first one was our overnight trip in 4th grade. The trip was to Rock and Water, where we learned more about the gold rush. On that bus ride, there was a sense of independence and dignity that we were finally old enough to stay overnight on a field trip. During that day, we did a lot of fun activities and games, like panning for gold in the river and singing around the campfire. The moment that has had us laughing for years afterward happened that night. It was about 10 o'clock, and we were in our tents ready to go to sleep. The wind was blowing the trees, and it was a beautiful, peaceful night. Then, as we were drifting off, we heard someone, who we later found out was Finley, scream, "Ah, I forgot my mint deodorant." I think that's the most random thing I've ever heard at 10 p.m. At breakfast the next morning, everyone was talking about it, and that hilarious event capped off our great trip. Another fun memory that I remember was our prank wars in 6th grade. I remember it all started one boy's study hall, while the girls were in choir. Some of us were done with our work, and we were just hanging out talking with Mrs. Lang. We were very bored, and all of a sudden, we got the idea to prank the girls. So we came up with a scheme that involved Mrs. Lang telling the girls that while they were at the Carmichael Food Bank, a worker had seen a girl being naughty. When Mrs. Lang heard our plan, she told us that she was terrible at keeping a poker face, and she would definitely start laughing, but she eventually agreed to do it. So when they came back from choir, she had us go outside, and she talked to the girls. When they came out, we asked them what was wrong, and they told us with very scared and guilty faces what had happened. We could hardly keep our straight faces before we told them, "You got pranked." They all got so mad, and it started a series of pranks throughout the year. None of them were as good as that first one, though, and the girls' pranks were especially bad. One of them was passing a note around among themselves and pretending there was something secret on it. Either way, this was an exciting memory that we still talk about today. But my favorite memory from all of middle school, or all of school, was our class trip to Washington, D.C. It was an amazing experience on the other side of the country that I will remember for the rest of my life. We got to learn so much about our country's history, and to do that with your friends is really special. We got to go to a lot of museums and have many fun experiences, like a boat cruise to Mount Vernon and a trip to the Baltimore Zoo. My favorite part about the trip, though, was hanging out at the hotel with the boys. It was so fun watching the NBA playoffs in Mr. Lang's room, wrestling and trying to drown each other in the pool, and playing football on the grass in front of the monuments in the Capitol. We walked a lot every day, so sleeping every night felt really good, even though we were going to bed pretty late. On 2 days, we got to go to the mall in Baltimore, and getting a Chipotle bowl really fuels you to keep walking. During multiple evenings, when it got pretty dark, we did sightseeing night walks around the city. I specifically remember the first night going into D.C. on the bus was incredible. We were all in awe of the lights and the memorials in the city. We went up to the fence surrounding the White House, and later, we got to walk straight up to the glowing Washington Monument. This trip really impacted us in a personal way and helped us to grow stronger together. We became a united group of people who all cared for one another, and I hope that we continue that bond into the future. Now, as we transition to high school and deepen our knowledge and experience, I want you to remember something. Always stay true to who you are. At times, life gets busy, frustrating, difficult, exciting, and intense. Sometimes, it can be hard to focus on staying on the right path. There can be temptations to stray from the truth. Whether that's going along to get along with older friends or acting differently than you know you are to try to impress people, it can be tough, especially when you feel the pressure of taking on more responsibility as you get older. But we can't let that impact our choices and decisions, because in the long run, having the strength to stand up for who you are will serve you far better than following the people who may not have a good effect on you. The thing is, we as individuals have to make the choice to be strong-willed and not succumb to the influence of the world. In Galatians 1:10, which is our class verse, it says, am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. In this verse, it explains the fact that in order to be servants of the Lord, we have to love ourselves and not cave into others' desires. But just because this is important doesn't mean that we have to undertake this challenge alone. It's okay to ask for help, and having the support of others can be one of the most powerful things you have in life. You should surround yourself with good people who care for you and will have your back when you need them. As a class, it's also our responsibility to watch out for each other, even if we don't always see each other in high school. It is important that we keep this connection and friendship going to the next stage of our lives because we've bonded together and shared this journey, no matter how long we've been at the same school. Our class is a great group of kind, happy people who have always been supportive of each other and their interests. We have made an impact wherever we go, and I look forward to what we can continue to accomplish in this world. That being said, our 8th grade class won't look the same in a few months with kids coming and going. The thing to remember is that we have become a family over these 9 years in school. We are brothers and sisters, not only in Christ, but in life. The world is always changing, but the good thing is that you have people to go through it with. And I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart that it has been an honor to share this part of my life with you. You're the best class I could ever ask for, and I will always remember the memories we shared. And even if you're leaving, I want you to know that you will always have friends here at SA if you ever need us. Now, as I close, I want you to remember to never stop pursuing your dreams. Continue to use your talents to glorify God and make a positive impact wherever you go. And always stick together through it all, because once the world sees the 8th grade class of 2025, they won't know what hit them. Thank you.
Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone.
So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing where you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let 'em know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way. But now old friends, they're acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life. I've looked at life from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all.
Tonight, we're here to celebrate the accomplishments of the 8th grade graduates, but we also want to take a moment to recognize the people who helped us get there. This next video is a tribute to our families, the ones who support us, cheered us on, and stood by us through all the challenges. As the video plays, parents and guardians, please stand when your child's name appears on the screen. We ask that everyone remain quiet so the video can be heard clearly. Thank you for being such an important part of our journey.
To Mom, thank you for putting me in all those different extracurriculars. I didn't really appreciate them as much when I was little, but now I realize how much driving you just had to do to get me to all of them. Also, I want to thank you for trying to get me to read even though I hate it. Since you're the only one in the family that doesn't drive me to Starbucks, you drive me to Boba instead, so thank you. To Dad, I want to thank you for helping me with my school projects, especially with science. You were always patient when I was laying on the floor with no hope in my project. Lastly, I want to thank you for supporting my addiction to Starbucks by driving me to Starbucks every Friday. To Kuya, thank you for helping me with math, especially when I was taking that Russian math class. One of my favorite memories is when you were back from college during your winter break and you were taking me to school to sell hot dogs and nachos. You said you knew a shortcut to go around the traffic on the freeway, but we ended up taking a longer way because you took a wrong turn. Most importantly, thank you for starting my Starbucks addiction. I remember begging you to take me to Starbucks before school when you were still driving me. To Auntie Mary, I love being able to yap to you about the most random things, even though sometimes it ends in a lecture by you. Thank you for letting me go over to your house and relax. Finally, I appreciate you driving me to Dutch Bros and Starbucks when I'm craving some. To my other family, thank you for being there for me and supporting me.
Dear family, thank you for helping me throughout my life and helping me still to learn and grow through the pandemic and on. Thank you to my mom for always being there after a long day to help with homework or projects and always keeping our house lively with many types of animals including sheep, goats, ducks, quail, turkeys, chickens, and horses. Thank you to my dad for cooking me healthy food to keep me going throughout the day and for helping me to learn how to drive the Model A and tractor, also for helping me to learn how to maintain various farm equipment. And finally, thank you to my brother for encouraging me to be better than you and for keeping me company during the pandemic by building forts, canals, and digging holes with me.
I would like to say thank you to my family for always supporting and encouraging me through the good times and the bad. Mom, ever since I was little, you raised me to be a good, kind person who uses my talents to glorify God. Thank you for teaching me how to cook and bake and for keeping our family healthy. I enjoy playing horse with you in the backyard, even though you usually beat me. Your passion for nature and your joyful smile always make me feel happy. Dad, thank you for inspiring me to follow my goals and to have good Christian character. Thank you for teaching me about basketball and helping me to become better every time we play. I enjoy watching NBA basketball with you, even though you kicked me to the garage when the Warriors played the Kings in the playoffs. Thanks for taking Avery and me to Orange Freeze for a treat sometimes. Avery, even though we argue and disagree, I've loved you since before you were born and every year since. Thanks for making movies with me and enduring me watching basketball every night. You're a feisty little honey badger, but you're still a sweet little sister. And to the rest of my family, thank you for taking care of me when my parents were working and helping me to become the person I am today.
Mommy, thank you for giving me all the advice and knowledge I need and for making me who I am. You work hard to give me what I need and want, and you've always been there for me when others weren't. I love every single one of the trips you take us on and can't wait to see more of the world with you. Dad, thank you for making me laugh with your jokes and for buying me a new cat every single time the one we had died or ran away, even though Mommy didn't want anymore. We won't talk about you trying to explain my third grade math to me back when school was on Zoom, or that one time when I was 4 and you were getting me in trouble, so I ran away from you to Mommy in the kitchen after yelling at you, "You can't catch me." Abby, thank you for always sticking up for me when we were younger and even now. Even though our thoughts about some things are different, we still get along really well. From laughing in worship to the point where we get in trouble to playing things like dolls when we were little, you never failed to make me smile, even when you're mean to me sometimes. But I mean, I kind of deserve it because I like to rage bait you and joke around with you. I promise they're all jokes. Andy, thank you for making my life 1,000,000 times crazier and exciting. Attacking each other and playing together is so much fun. Our jokes are a little different sometimes, but you always make me laugh. You staying in bed until the last minute when we need to leave for school, though, we need to work on that. And to all my grandpas, grandmas, aunts, tias, uncles, and cousins, thank you for always caring about me and making me happy. Thank you for sometimes watching me when my mom has to work and for being there when I need you. I love you all.
For my family tribute, I would like to thank certain people who have helped me come this far. First, I would like to thank my mom for always taking care of me, being there for me, staying up with me to finish my assignments, as well as helping me with my homework and projects and never giving up on me and always pushing me to do my best. But I also want to thank her for taking me to places like Disney, Hawaii, and etc. Two other people that I would like to thank are my aunt and uncle, Chesea Chujarji, who helped us since we first came from Brazil, whether it was helping us settle here or helping my mom raise me. Last but not least, I would like to thank one of my favorite cousins, Alice, for being my first friend here, even though I kept hitting her because first, I didn't understand a word of English she was saying, and second, I thought she was saying something bad. But anyway, I am glad she did not hold a grudge on me because of that. Unfortunately, I can't talk about all the people I'm grateful to, or that would take too long. But I do want to give a shout out to Clayton, Sandra, Evelyn, Chabrão, Aline, Jessette, and dare I say, Jason. In total, I am very grateful for having people like them in my life.
Dad, thank you for having Bible study every day, teaching me skills I need to know later on in life, and driving us everywhere on road trips. Thank you for the food we have every day and taking us to the park when we are bored and wanting fun. Mom, thank you for cooking for everyone all the time. Thank you for finding something to cheer me up and make my day. I remember the days you made us cake and I would help cracking the eggs or mixing the batter. Thank you for those great memories. Lisha, thank you for waking me up for school when I'm too tired to myself, teaching me how to control my patience. Lo, thank you for playing when I got bored. Thank you for playing me. Also, thank you for pushing me to my limits on staying calm even in the toughest situations.
I want to say thank you to my family for always being there for me, pushing me to do my best, for taking me to the random places I've wanted to go, and always listening to what I have to say. First of all, Dawson, even though you can be annoying at times, I want to thank you for being someone I could play sports with and hang out with. Kendry, thank you for always being someone I could argue with and be someone that was there when I had a problem. Mom, thank you for always being someone who I could talk to and tell the day about too. Whenever I had a problem, you could always take time out of your day to talk to me and help me through it. Dad, thank you for introducing me to sports and always be someone I could count on to hang out with. And also thanks for showing me disc golf, soccer, and skiing. Sports has made my life so much better. I am very glad to have a family like you I could count on.
To start off, I'd like to thank you all for the things that you guys have done for me, whether it is going to all of my volleyball tournaments or driving me places, since I'm the only one in our family who can't drive. Mom, I'd like to say thank you for taking me on all of those trips. They were really fun. An example of this would be our trips to Disneyland or Hawaii. I would also like to say a really big thank you for letting me get my cat, James, even though you are allergic to cats. But there have also been little things over the years, like making my lunches when I was little, or you would always let me go to those gymnastics lessons, which were also really fun. But overall, I would like to thank you for always being there for me throughout my whole life. Dad, I would like to tell you how much I appreciate you for exposing me to awesome music. Also, thank you so much for taking me to all of my volleyball practices and going to all of my early morning tournaments. Also, thank you for letting me get a cat also, because I think that you like the cat too. And also, just thank you overall for everything that you've done and just being here for me. Courtney, I'd like to say thank you for coming today because you had to come home early for college. We have had so many fun times together, like the Lizzie time and all of our llama jokes. I would also like to thank you for being one of the best sisters I could ask for. Cassidy, remember that one trip where you got your leg stuck in between the fence and you got stung by a man-of-war? Good times. You really took one for the team. I'd also like to thank you for going to all of my early morning volleyball tournaments, even when they can be really late or early. Overall, you've been an amazing sister, and you are also one of the best sisters I could ever ask for. In conclusion, I would like to say thank you to everyone, like all of my cousins, grandparents, aunts, uncles, sisters, and to my mom and dad. I will not be the person I am today without you guys. Thank you.
Right now, I want to thank my family. I'm related to and surrounded by so many amazing people, and I'm so grateful for that. Riley, Evan, and Wilson. I want to thank you all for one specific thing, training my patience. But in all seriousness, there are several other things that make me glad to have you for siblings. Riley, you always give advice, laugh with me, and most importantly, you love making food. Evan, I enjoy your random facts, your skepticism on everything under the sun, and your love for friendly debate. Wilson, you are legitimately the nicest kid I know, and you love to play with me, tell me about school, and are usually very polite. Thank you for your individual character and quirks. Mom, I know that it's hard being a single parent, especially with 4 children, but I'll never know how much emotional and physical work that goes into it. I often take it for granted, but there's so much behind-the-scenes work that goes into raising kids. Somehow, you're always there when I need you, and you've always been supportive. From the school trips, to personal accomplishments, to even the little things, you've always been there for me. Thank you for everything you do. You really are amazing. Extended family, you've always contributed to me and my siblings' lives. You're always there to talk to laugh with, and I can confidently say you guys give the best birthday presents. You're always there to support me and celebrate my wins. I couldn't ask for better cousins, aunts, uncles, or grandparents. Overall, I am eternally grateful to have such an amazing family who all have such amazing qualities. Thank you so much for all you do and who you are as individuals.
Dear family, thank you for putting up with me. First of all, my mom. Thank you for being the best mom I could have ever asked for somehow surviving my morning chaos when I take forever to get ready, and for always rolling with it when I randomly make plans 5 minutes before I need a ride. You've been incredibly patient even when I'm at my most annoying. And thank you for staying up with me when I'm still doing homework way past a reasonable hour. You could have gone to bed, but you didn't. To my aunt, thank you for being my early pickup ride and my go-to for Starbucks treats after school. Thank you for your love for animals, which you totally passed on to me, and for using your powers of persuasion to convince my mom to let me get pets I probably wouldn't have otherwise. And thank you for being there for those late night homework disasters and making me tea when I couldn't sleep. To my sister, thank you for being my unpaid therapist, letting me rant for hours about things you probably didn't care about, but still you listened. Thank you for letting me raid your closet like it's a public resource and helping me with homework, even when both of us were just staring at it like it was written in ancient code. And to all my family, gracias por todo su apoyo, amor y no perder la paciencia conmigo. Los quiero mucho.
Papai, my father that helped me all the way. I love you. I think my favorite memory with us is like us playing tea time, dressed as princesses when I was like 4. He had a pink scarf and a pink tiara on his head, and I had my favorite outfit on for my crown. I don't think he completely understood the game, but it's still my favorite memory with him. Israel, I really appreciate you being there for me and supporting me all the way. I didn't realize how books were important to my education, and honestly, I sometimes hated reading them, but eventually I ended up loving books so much. I would read until midnight under the covers with a flashlight, and our race to wake each other up in the mornings was always super fun. Ben, thank you for taking my Alexa. Really loved our time together. All jokes aside, I never really understood what my brother was doing for me, but I think growing up, he got better, and I started to see that all those times he took my Alexa was just for my well-being. Guy, one of my favorite siblings, you're annoying, and sometimes you say really confusing things, but I'm glad that at the end of the day, I always have a home in Switzerland and a shopping buddy. Mom, thanks so much for everything you do and all the love you give without ever asking for anything back. Your strength and kindness have really helped shape who I am, especially now that we're living here in America. It's so different from our busy flat in London and the crazy fun of our big family with Sarah, Sora, and Guy always around. Even though things have changed, having you here with me makes everything feel right. I'm really lucky to have you by my side, and I love you more than I can say. I'm grateful for every moment we get to spend together. For my extended family, I think it goes without saying that I could never have done this without them. My grandmother, my grandmother, my godmother, and my grandpa and grandma, Ispindola, the family that made my home a home. I love you guys.
Dear family, thank you for always being there for me and making me laugh when I most need it. You all understand me and tolerate me even when I'm acting insane. Mom, thank you for supporting me in all of my interests and pushing me to do more than I think that I can. You always take care of me when I'm sick or not feeling happy, and you always make me feel better no matter what. You're a better mom than anyone could ask for. I love you. Marin, you literally drive me everywhere. School, fast food places, band, etc. You always manage to have time for me whether I'm being crazy or annoying you. Thank you for playing Roblox with me even though I know you don't like it too much. You lend me stuff all the time and I'm sorry for never returning it. Brayden, you show me the craziest and funniest videos which always find a way of making me laugh. Even though we both may be crazy sometimes, that's what makes you funny and likable. Thank you for making me laugh. Emma, thank you for letting me steal half of your closet, whether it's with or without your permission. I am always wearing out compliments meant for you. Thank you for watching shows with me and always understanding those stupid references I make. You seem to make me laugh even when I'm not in the mood. Ava, you are super fun to put makeup on and dress up like a doll, and I thank you for letting me do that to you. I love playing Roblox with you, and I also love swimming with you. Thank you for being the sweetest little sister. Jack, thank you for always doing favors for me. You are fun to play and swim with, and I hope we can both play Roblox more in the future. You give the best hugs. Thank you for saying hi to me at school.
Dear Mom, thank you so much for always being there when I truly needed you or faced difficult times. Your support meant the world to me, and constantly watching over me with great care when I was small and supporting me with great dedication has left a meaningful impact in my life. Knowing you have protected and nurtured me with such kindness fills me with great gratitude. Assisting me with homework and guiding me through difficult questions, your compassion and patience made a difference in my life. Dad, thank you sincerely for opening up and sharing your perspectives on life. I may not have always had the ideal words or manner of listening, but please know that I'm always truly hearing what you're saying and taking your words to heart. I sincerely appreciate your constant support and presence during difficult times. Your steady support has meant a great deal to me, and I am genuinely grateful. Christian, thank you for being a wonderful brother. I don't have a single favorite because I'm lucky to have two great big brothers, but you're holding a special place in my heart. Your kindness, support, and presence means everything to me. Even when life keeps us apart, I appreciate every moment you've been there for me. Thank you for your love and strength, which I always notice. I'm truly grateful to have you in my life. Tucson, thank you sincerely for being a caring brother. Your presence means a lot. You're always there to support and encourage me. I cherish our time together, whether it's hanging out or hitting the gym. Even when you're busy, your kindness and genuine care are deeply appreciated. Thank you for being more than just a brother. You're a positive force in my life. Sis, thank you for teaching me what patience truly means. Even when you make me very angry, I still love you, and it'll always remain that way. You are an extraordinary sister, and I'm endlessly grateful to have you in my life. Being your sister is one of the greatest blessings. Thank you all for everything that you have done.
Mom, thank you always for taking me on trips and spending time with me. Thank you for also helping me with book reports and projects when I didn't even start them until the week it was due. Thank you for always taking me swimming spots when it was very hot outside, and for always being there when I needed you. And thank you for being the best mom ever. And thank you, Will, for helping my mom take care of me and raise me. Dad, thank you for taking me to Sunsplash almost every summer and taking me to Sky Zone whenever I wanted to, and for letting me hang out with my friends a lot. Thanks for taking me to the park to ride bikes or play sports, and thanks for teaching me how to play sports. Kyle, thank you for driving me around, playing music with the volume all the way up, and taking me places to hang out with my friends. Thank you for being the best big sister. I like hanging out with you, and I can't wait to be in high school with you. Ryder, thanks for being my punching bag and for doing stuff with me and just for being there. And to all my grandparents and the rest of my family, thank you for being there and taking care of me.
Mom, thank you for always giving me the advice I need and trying to help me when I may be going in the wrong direction. I appreciate you always for being there and for always asking how my day was when you picked us up, even when I didn't feel like talking. Thank you for always communicating with me and trying to include me. I won't forget it. I love you. Dad, you're always pushing me to get better and teaching me how to be mature, not only as a person, but as a man. I thank you for trying to teach me responsibilities so that I may be further successful throughout my life. You always try to make it to my sports games despite your busy schedule. I won't forget your effort. Thank you. Nessa, thank you for always giving me the advice I need, even when it might not be good. I won't forget that. Thanks for always getting in trouble so that I know the consequences for if I do it too, not just playing. Thanks for being my big sister. I love you. Ali, you always try to play even when I don't want to or can't, despite how much we fight. Thanks for always copying the words I say. It makes me watch all the words I do say around you. All in all, you'll always be my annoying and funny little brother. I love you, Ali. Family, thank you all for your unconditional love from all of you guys, and thank you all for the support you guys give. You guys are always guiding me and trying to make me better and to try my hardest at everything. I love all of you guys. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my family and friends for being here and supporting me on this big day, or more importantly, my middle school year. Mom, I appreciate everything you do, like always having lunch made for me and taking me shopping and watching me and my cousins even when you don't feel like it. You're always there for me when I'm trying something new, and you're always patient. I love you so much. Dad, thank you for always supporting me and spoiling me. Thanks for all the Taco Bell you get me and all the vacations we go on. You always work hard for us, and I appreciate you so much. Jason, thanks for hanging out with me when there's no one else, ding-dong ditching with me and getting me food in the middle of the night. You make long car rides a little less boring. Dear Ba Mickey, thank you for always watching me and letting us have the best sleepovers. You make the best food ever, and I love you so much. Toliko mi nedostajesz.
To my family, I just want to thank you all for everything you do. Your love and support means a lot to me. You've always been there for me through good and bad times, and I really appreciate it. Mom, thank you for taking me shopping and always taking me out to eat after school. And thank you for caring for me. You're always helping me when I mess up, and I'm so thankful to have you as my mom. Love you. Dad, thank you for always encouraging me and helping me with my schoolwork. Thank you for all the Starbucks mornings, going dirt biking with us, and taking us to Taco Bell all the time. I'm really grateful for you. Love you. Ezra, thank you for always doing what I ask you to, and thanks for hanging out with me at boring events. Ding-dong ditching with you is fun. Mamaia și tataie, vă mulțumesc pentru ce faceți pentru eu și Ezra și că faceți cea mai bună mâncare. Sunt foarte recunoscătoare că v-am în viața mea. Vă iubesc mereu. Baba Mickey, thank you for everything. I really enjoyed making tomato soup and sausages with you and Becky. I'm really lucky to have you as my grandma, and sleepovers at your house with our cousins are so fun. Svima nam nedostajesz.
Thank you, Mom, for being my #1 supporter in everything I do and caring for me all the time. Thank you for giving me great memories as a baby, like taking me to ride my scooter at the park and teaching me how to cook, and taking a lot of pictures and videos of those times so I can remember them even more and look back on them. Thanks, Dad, for always thinking about what's best for me all the time and giving me advice on a problem I've had. I thank you for all the times you took me and Liam to ride our bikes to the park near our house to play capture the flag, and when you took us to the 7-Eleven near the park to get slushies on other days. I really appreciate you for teaching me more about soccer and helping me get better when I was new to the sport, and for also helping me get better at basketball over the summer by playing a lot with me. Then there's Liam. Other than being an annoying pest in the house that's always messing with me for no reason, you're also a great brother. Thank you for spending time with me to go places like the mall or just to eat out, especially all the times we've got boba together at various boba spots and stayed out late just to talk and drink boba. Thank you for keeping me motivated and staying locked in all the sports I play, especially basketball, because you also helped me a lot over the summer to get better and stay in shape.
For all my family and friends who were there for me for the past year and longer. Mom, thank you for helping me cram for tests that were the coming day, for helping the crying 8-year-old with her math homework. Not much has changed since. Also for patiently listening to my rants, even if they were over the dumbest stuff. Speaking of listening, thank you for listening to my favorite songs, even if you didn't like them. And finally, thank you for working hard for our family and being forever patient. Dad, I want to thank you up front for embarrassing me before I even stepped foot in high school. It's very much appreciated. In all seriousness, thank you for encouraging my hobbies like photography, film, and music. Thank you for driving us to and from school most of my life. And thank you for putting so much effort into your work and family. Finally, Danon, thank you for teaching me patience by testing it day after day. It is a life virtue, and I credit you for a lot of mine. Thank you for watching shows with me, even if you didn't like them. Also, for being open to my schemes and being a willing accomplice most of the time. And to my extended family for the laughter, love, and joy. Love you all.
Mom, there's so much I want to say, but I can only say so much. You've helped me grow into the young woman I am today. Thank you for teaching me, or at least attempting to teach me, how to cook and bake the delicious things you make. Let's just say I learned the hard way that flour doesn't go down the garbage disposal. And even though I hate to say it, I enjoy watching your cooking shows with you. Thank you for always being there for me through the ups and downs, the highs and lows. I'll never doubt that you won't be there for me. You are my sunshine, Mom. I love you. Dad, I have to start by saying you've helped me discover a lot of my hobbies. I'll never forget all the crafts we did together when I was little, whether it was painting a picture or building a model of some type. You've always created an outlet for me to grow my artistic abilities. I've also enjoyed our bookstore stops wherever we go, even if we sometimes spend a little too much money. Mom doesn't need to know that part. Whenever we go on long car drives, I think back to the ones you took me on when I was younger, with Zach Brown playing on the radio. Remember that? I know I do, and I always will. Thank you, Dad. I love you. And to the rest of my family, thank you all for supporting me and helping me grow into who I am today. I love you guys.
Dear family, thank you all, my dad, mom, aunt, uncle, and my brother. Thank you guys for everything you've done for me and helping me and forgiving me for my mistakes. Dad, I want to thank you for bringing us here and working hard to support us, fixing my mistakes, and teaching me how to fix my PC when I crash it sometimes. Sorry. Thank you for taking me to San Francisco many times. I love the food, the ice cream, and all the lovely memories. Mom, I also want to thank you for taking care of me at home when I was sick, helping me with my food and lunches, and helping me pack for trips as well. And thank you, Amando, for driving me to school, picking me up after practice, and bringing me snacks. And my aunt and uncle, I also want to thank you a lot for all the support you've done for my family, like giving us a roof over our heads and taking us places. And thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for all you've done and the amazing gifts.
Thank you to my family for supporting me when I needed it most. Mom, thank you for letting me be myself around you and for not judging me when that happens, especially for all those hours in the library, even though you had to clean or cook. But you did help spark that passion for reading I have, for watching our favorite show while eating junk food together, letting me rant to you when you're busy, going on shopping sprees. Thank you for taking me and Lily to all our favorite places, even when you were exhausted. Dad, thank you for being my role model in sports, music, knowledge of construction, and movies, for pushing me to love sports and history, especially for letting me watch PG-13 movies when Mom wasn't looking. All those trips to Home Depot and Lowe's, and telling me about all the tools and materials you were buying. Thank you for letting me correct all your English, especially in your songs. I wouldn't say I should say thank you for this, but for telling all your friends embarrassing stories about me. Lily, thanks for yelling and slapping me in the morning when I'm late for school, for stealing my shoes, because you have good style. I'm most thankful for hugging me when I'm tired, or saying you missed me. Thank you for pretending to do my homework, even though my Chromebook was locked. Thank you for getting my mind off things when you forced me to sing and dance along to Disney songs. To the rest of my family, thank you for giving me advice, for teasing me, teaching me how to play card games with no mercy. But thank you most for letting me spend time with you guys, letting me play tackle football with the boys, and taking care of little Gracie. Thank you for being here, making me laugh, but most of all, loving me.
I love you all. Dear Mom and Dad, I want to start by thanking you both from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for me. Your love, support, spending quality time with me, always getting me what I wanted, and making me a great person. Thank you, Dad, for buying me so many guitars, spotting me at the gym, and going go-karting with me. And thank you, Mom, for helping me with life, giving me advice, doing our nails, and shopping all the time together. Grandma and Grandpa, mulțumesc foarte frumos pentru tot ce ați făcut pentru mine și ce amintirile avem împreună. Sunt foarte fericită că sunteți bunicii a mei. Ava and Natalie, I appreciate you both so much for always supporting me and the crazy memories together. I enjoy sneaking into the kitchen with you guys to get midnight snacks. Anka, I know that you're no longer here, but I hope I can continue to make you proud. Thank you for the bottom of my heart for everything you've done to help me become a better person. Thank you all for being an important role in my life.
Dear family, thank you for your support through my middle school and elementary years. Your encouragement and motivation has helped me a lot to keep going. Mom, you have always been there for me and always been willing to help me. Even though you live 2 hours away, you were there and you were only one call away. You going back to school to finish and becoming a nurse has motivated me, and I will always put 100% into everything. Lloyd, thank you for being the best big brother anyone could ask for. Thanks for always paying for me when we get food or when we go out to buy stuff, even though you are broke. You have always been the best big brother, and I can't wait to be in high school with you. Jesse and Martha, thank you for being the best cousins. Jesse, thank you for taking me to play basketball with you in the morning and sometimes getting food after. Thanks for waking up early to take me and Lloyd to school every day. You were always there when I needed to go to the store at 10 to get something, and I appreciate that. Martha, thanks for coming to my games when you were in town from college. Although you are not here at my graduation, I appreciate you when you came to my games and supporting me. Thank you for taking me shopping with you, although you take hours and hours. I love you both. Auntie and Uncle, you have both played an important role in my life. Thank you for mentoring me and shaping me to be the man I am today. Thanks for letting us stay with you, and thank you for taking care of me and Lloyd. Thank you to all my family and all my friends.
To my family, thank you for supporting and loving me and always being there for me when I need it. To my parents, thank you for raising me to who I am today and encouraging me to put God first in everything I do. And for that, I'm forever thankful. Mom, thank you for always taking care of me and reminding me to say a prayer. I appreciate that you always take me shopping. Whenever I need new clothes, I'm so thankful for you. Love you. Dad, thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone and always telling me to have fun in sports. Taking us to Sunsplash during the summer and always getting us ice cream was fun and created so many memories for me. Eileen, thank you for always being a good sister, and thank you for always giving me stuff even though you really want it. To my siblings and cousins, thank you for always hanging out with me and always including me in whatever you do. To my aunties and uncles, thank you for always spoiling me and giving me everything I asked for. You guys are always the loudest ones cheering on my games, whether it's booing the ref or cheering for me when I score. To my grandmothers, thank you for always praying for me and reminding me to say my prayer and study my Bible, and for always making my lunch or taking us to Starbucks after school. To my papas, Elea Ngalo Lua Lofa Moa'u, I love and miss you both very much. And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love.
Thank you for teaching me how to bake banana bread. I love when we bake together. I love the way you make us laugh when we feel down. You are always there for me, and it brings out the best in me. You are the best. You make me so happy inside and outside. Dad, I love watching baseball and basketball with you. We always have fun with that.
I love when we go down to the lake for a walk, when we play soccer in the kitchen, and when I try to break things. I can tell you love me no matter what. You are the best. Coco, you are my little sushi. I love how we go on the trampoline and look at the sky and the clouds together. Thank you for supporting me through my highs and lows. You could hug me more. I love you to the moon and back. I love how we run around the house and play tag. I love how you have creativeness in your heart and you explore it through people like me.
Dear family, thank you for always being there when I need you and being a big part of my life. Really appreciate you guys. Mom, thank you for introducing me to music and shaping me into a well-rounded person. One of my favorite things to do with you is when we drove back home from San Francisco and you started playing 90s Jam. It was super fun and amazing. I love you, Mama. Dad, you always know how to make me laugh, whether it's with your funny accents or just being silly. Thank you for introducing me to video games. They have created many fun memories, like the time me, you, and Connor had a LAN party in your room. It was so fun. I love you, Dada. Connor, thank you for playing basketball with me and helping me improve. I think one of my favorite things we used to do was when we would play basketball outside and you would call yourself my coach and coach me. Thank you for being the best brother one could have. Stella, thank you for being a beacon of light in the family while also helping out with my crafty schemes because you love me and always want to help me out. Thanks for being the single greatest sister one could ever ask for. Auntie Alexa, thank you for being the cool auntie. Thank you for cutting my hair, introducing me to anime, and letting us sleep over at your house. I really appreciate you for being such a great aunt to me. Thank you guys for being such great influences and friends in my life. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Dear family, thank you all for your unwavering support and being there for me along the way to get here. To my dad, thank you for always teaching me. You always push me to be the best person I can be, whether it's advice about basketball, running, or some random math thing I came across during testing. Additionally, you're the one answering all my questions I had questions about that other people couldn't answer, whether it's about that math thing or why mass creates gravity. To my mom, I know everybody says this, but your food is amazing. Also, thank you for waiting for me when we are running late and I forgot my music in the house. Additionally, thank you for reminding me about everything. Even though sometimes I come across as ungrateful, I am grateful. Whether it's about homework, practicing for the competition, or cleaning up our room. If you had not reminded me about those things, they would have never happened. Now, Kenlana, where do I start? Thank you for always being the ringleader of everything. Whether we did something stupid, it was always your idea. We followed you no matter what. Like the time we made the paper cranes, put the ladder on the stairs, and taped them to the ceiling above the stairs. Even though you're busy with homework and running, thank you for always finding time to hang out with me and Caleb. And last, but definitely not least, Caleb, always the one who I'm stuck with in the room. However, most of the time we get along. You have always been the person I hang out with when there is nothing to do, whether it's messing with you or playing basketball or Brawl Stars with me. Lastly, thank you for making me food because I don't want to make it myself.
Thank you, my family, for doing all you have done over these challenging years. After all you've done for me, I can't ask for more. Mom, thank you for always being there when I needed you for comfort, always being there for me to talk to and helping me through rough times. Thank you for giving me treats and stuff at random. It's always nice when you come home and tell me one of your customers gave you treats because I know you're going to share it with me. Thank you, Dad, for making such good food for me to eat over the years, even if some dinners have been a little stressful to prepare for. And by the way, the chicken you cook is the best I've ever had. thank you for taking us camping to so many places like Oregon and Yellowstone. Thank you, Luke, for driving me to school after you got your license, even if we are sometimes late because of you. And also for watching shows with me in the hot tub together, although we don't always finish the shows together.
Mom, you're the best mom. You did a lot for me when I was little and still do. My favorite thing you did for me was write notes to me in my lunchbox on how much you loved me. My favorite memory of us is when we were little, we would have mom and son dates and you would take me to eat and go do something. I love you, Mom. Dad, you were the person to work hard for us to show up for everything at the same time. I've looked up to you since I was a little kid and you were my role model. My favorite memory of us is when after school we would have the same routine. Go to school, gym, dinner, then go home, then sleep. Dad, you are the best dad, and I love these memories of us. Jojo, you are the best older brother I've ever had. I looked up to you in so many ways. We always had a special bond because we were both boys, so we played video games and fought each other. And you would sometimes take me places. You were always someone who I could look up to in times of need, and I love you very much for that. Jay, you were a person who would vibe but also be serious if needed to. Throughout the years, you were always strict on me, but I didn't understand that until I grew older and I started to see it for myself. You wanted me to be a better person than you were when you were younger. You were the person I could always go to if we were going somewhere or I needed to talk to you, and I love you very much. Josiah, Jaylene, Lama, Emma, Eileen, Daniel, and Samuel, you 7 have made me who I am today. I want to thank all my family, my uncles, aunts, and cousins. You all have shaped me into who I am today, and I love you all for that. And last but definitely not least is my grandparents. Grandma, you are a family prayer warrior, and I thank you for all that you do for our family. Papa, I love you and miss you dearly. I wish I could see you again. I love you all. Thank you.
Querida familia, quiero agradecerles a todos por siempre estar ahí para mí. Mamá y papá trabajaron mucho durante 2 años para que entrara a SAE. Gracias. Mamá, fuiste maestra de inglés en México y siempre me ayudas a hacer bien mis tareas. Y por siempre prepararme la comida incluso con prisa, cuando tienes trabajo y cuando tienes que hacer algo muy importante. Te quiero mucho, aunque a veces nos enojamos porque me regañas. Papá, me enseñaste a esforzarme y me guiaste cuando me equivocaba. Eres menos estricto que mi mamá, y me dejas hacer más cosas fuera de la escuela. Pero tú también me regañas algunas veces, porque hago algo malo. Tú trabajaste mucho para que nosotros tuviéramos una buena educación aquí en América. Jerick, siempre estás ahí para apoyarme, incluso cuando eres pesado y molesto. Siempre me gusta jugar contigo videojuegos o juegos de mesa. Gracias por siempre estar ahí para mí. Los amo.
I just want to thank my wonderful family members for everything they've done for me and my brother this school year. This was my first year here and I was kind of nervous, but my mom and dad encouraged me that this would be a great experience, and it really was. I want to really acknowledge my dad for going on the Washington, D.C. trip with me. It was so fun to be all the way across the country with my dad, experiencing all of those cool museums and monuments. Especially going on the top of the Washington Monument and looking out over all of D.C. And then my mom. My mom has put so much into helping me through this school year. You have encouraged me with my homework countless times where I probably would have not finished it otherwise. I also enjoyed going out to Bobo with you after school on some days. You always encouraged me no matter what I had to get accomplished. You and Dad always made me really nice, healthy lunches with lots of fruits and veggies for the day. I'm very grateful for everything that you have both done for me.
Dear family, thank you so much for supporting me this year and all the years before. You have helped me so much. Dad, you always cheer me up with your ridiculous dad jokes, and thank you for sharing Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings with me. I love just quoting random lines with you and joking about it. You also appreciate the need for peace and quiet, which not everyone in the family always needs as much. Mom, you always help me talk through things, and your opinion is often the one that matters most to me. I enjoy doing things like going out to ice cream with you. I'd also like to thank you for coming on the DC trip with me. It was so fun having you along.
You're an amazing mom. Justin, thank you for helping me get ready for school some days or helping me with my chores. It's always appreciated. Caitlin, I love playing word games with you and doing stuff with you. Also, you were a great help with my year-long project display. Thank you for being my silly little sister. You guys are the best family I could have.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Fiona, and I'm the 8th grade class treasurer. Today, I have the honor of presenting this year's 8th grade class gift. As we wrap up our time here at middle school, we wanted to give you a bench, and I know that might sound simple and boring, but when our class was in 6th grade, there was a bench situated by the small tree outside of the middle school. The 7th graders got to use it all the time during dismissal, and we were looking forward to being able to sit on it instead of the ground. But unfortunately, one of our teachers broke it, Mr. D, before we could even get into 7th grade. Our class decided that we should give a new bench for the middle school. The incoming middle schoolers will get to be using a brand new bench. Since we are moving on to high school, we still won't be able to use this bench, but now you can. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Megan Like. I'm the 8th grade vice president and will be introducing our speaker for tonight. I think I can say for myself, as well as my classmates, that this person has been one of the best teachers we've had. He makes us all laugh and teases us any chance he gets, which is not one-sided, by the way. We watched him become a father last year, meaning the dad jokes came along with it. But he's been more than just a teacher to us. He's been a friend, someone we can confide in and come to with anything. He's always cared about how we are and not just the marks made on a paper. I remember my 6th grade self coming into middle school and thinking, man, I can't wait to be an 8th grader and have him as a teacher. Well, here we are, our last day as 8th graders. Our last day having this goofy, weird, funny, kind, and all-around amazing teacher. We're all really gonna miss him. You probably all know who I'm talking about, so I'll just say it now. I'd like to invite up our speaker, Mr. Andrew Lang.
Thank you, Megan. Can we give, before I begin, can we give this class a round of applause, please? All right. So, hello, class of 2025. I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you guys. It really is an honor to be up here in front of you guys talking. It's been a joy to be your sponsor and your teacher this year, and I hope you guys all had as much fun as I've had. I'm going to miss Noah/Kyle randomly, or maybe too frequently, breaking our hands-off policy. I'm going to miss Enoch calling me Unc for the 1,459th time. And if I'm going to be honest, Enoch, I actually had to change the font on my paper because I couldn't read it, because when I typed it out, it was too small. So I'm losing my vision now, so thank you for reminding me that. I'm going to miss Reagan, never admitting that she was wrong about whether or not hot dogs are sandwiches and whether or not ketchup is a super smoothie. And yes, Reagan, I sent you an email at the start of this graduation, so you couldn't respond to it. I'm going to miss at least 45% of you guys going crazy, or as the kids say, crashing out about your IXL skills. Honestly, though, it was pretty funny to watch. And I'm pretty sure these Chromebook screens are top-notch because those screens are indestructible. Unless you're Finley and whatever modern art piece he was trying to make with his Chromebook screen. And before I get too much into it, something else I want to say is I'm going to miss educating you guys on the fact that the Lakers are the greatest franchise in NBA history. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Purple and gold. 17 rings, baby. We got Luka Don, A. Reeves, and LeBron. The real big three. Sorry, did you say something, Austin? I didn't. Oh, okay. Whatever. Seriously, just like now, I want to miss bantering with you guys, making fun of you guys, and you guys making fun of me. But I know you're ready to move on to high school. So let's pray before I begin. Let's bow our heads. Dear God, thank you for this time. Thank you for this celebration of all these kids have achieved, and a thank you to all the people that helped them achieve it. We ask that you be with me today. Help me to, my words be yours, and whatever it is that you want me to say to these guys, God, and just give me calm nerves. And just thank you so much for your love, and thank you, God, for guiding them this far. In your name, pray. Amen. So, when I was thinking about what to say to you guys, I was wondering, should I tell some embarrassing story about myself and then tie up some lesson that will blow your mind? Would I recite something that I looked up online the night before and then bring you guys to tears because of the wisdom that I just share with you guys? What could I do? Well, today I'm going to tell you about someone you probably don't even know or never met before, and that's my mom. My mom was born in Toisan in mainland China. She grew up with her parents and 3 other siblings. She has 1 younger, older sister and 2 older brothers. Growing up, I remember her saying that she was an amazing student who worked hard and was usually at the top of her class. I remember her telling me stories about all the things she used to do on her family's farm, the silly things she used to get into with her siblings and the trouble she would get into as well. I remember also her teachers telling her that she was a great student, that she was the top of her class. Now, that's something I always thought was odd because my mom didn't have such a great job in the States. I know it's probably not the nicest thing to think about, but it did lead me to ask her why. See, in China, you had to go take a test to go to college. My mom had just graduated high school, and she was ready to take the test, and so she did. She did pretty well and was ready, but she was told that she couldn't because the sons and daughters of government and military officials had filled the seats. My mom, realizing she was born to a family of farmers, knew that college would be an unlikely option. And she would end up having to help her family farm and do factory jobs, which she did. And ultimately, she worked as a seamstress for one of her friend's factories in China. When I heard this for the first time, I remembered I was shocked, and I saw her a little bit differently. The next point I want to make about my mom is her job. See, in the States, my mom spent a large part of her life as a seamstress. And again, this is not something she wanted to grow up to do, but it was something she had to do because of her inability to speak English and her lack of a college education back in China. The thing I remember about her growing up is how little I saw her. She would literally work 12-hour days, 6, 7 days a week. And what I remember almost looking like sweatshops that I would see in my history textbooks. I would see her for breakfast right before I left for school and late at night right before I went to bed. Because of her work schedule, she was never able to go to my concerts, my sports games, or basically any other extracurricular events. I remember she would even bring like these bags filled with clothes, of athletic shorts that she had to work on. She had to put these elastic bands in them. And on her days off, she would bring those, and her and my grandparents would watch TV and work on these clothes, again, just to make as much money as possible. I think I really resented her for that growing up because she wasn't around when most of my friends had their moms. But I understood why. It's tough, it's frustrating. But I realized that my mom was working so hard that she could help pay my sister and I to go to private school because the neighborhood that I grew up in wasn't the best. All those times I was resentful that she wasn't present, she was doing it for me and my sister. Now, on a lighter note, another thing I want to tell you about my mom is that she has a big cell phone problem. Now, parents, when you think about your kids and the issues that you have with your kids, have faith that my mom is 100 times worse. Going into this year, Mrs. Lang and I needed to get back to work. So we had our moms help take care of our son, Camden. I was really excited to have my mom live with us, a little more than Mrs. Lang, because that's how I grew up, with my grandma and grandpa to help raise me. So I was hoping for the same kind of environment I had as a kid for Camden. And needless to say, it was a tough transition. See, when you leave home and learn to live by yourself, you become a different person than when you live with your mom and dad. When I moved in, when my mom moved in, it's like I moved in, really. It was like I never left high school. Here she was nagging about how messy my room was and how unorganized I am. I got like PTSD flashbacks. It was terrible. Eventually, though, we figured it out, and now it's going pretty well. Yet also, in these 8 months, like I've said, she is literally always on her phone. If Camden is sleeping, she is on her phone. If Camden is like playing by himself, she might be on her phone. I think her screen time, and again, this is like a rough estimate, I'm a math teacher, It's like 13 hours. And I remember, this is a crazy story. I remember when Mrs. Lang and I were home. We were just hanging out with Camden. My mom's at the table. And out of the blue, my mom says, "Sorry." And like she's looking at her screen, and like she was talking to her screen, she didn't realize it. So I look at Mrs. Lang, and I'm like, did you hear that? Like, did you get that? And so I asked my mom, I was like, why'd you say that? And my mom, this is my mom, she tries to gaslight me and say that she never said anything and that I'm the crazy one. Like, this is how bad. You need to get off your phone. It's so bad that whenever, this is another one, whenever I get up to get Camden, like it's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, I can hear my mom giggling in her room to whatever Chinese drama that she's watching. Like, literally, like, hee. It's crazy. I hope that this is not a problem, and this is her way of training me when I have whenever Camden gets a phone. Last story I want to tell you about my mom happens on my 8th birthday. See, we were going to the park for my birthday just to hang out as a family. Growing up, we never really celebrated birthday parties. Wasn't something that we did as a family. We really just would go out to eat, then just hang out. So we either get dim sum or dinner at a Chinese restaurant. And so we were driving up to the park. The freeway took us to this hill. And I remember all of a sudden my dad's car, this really old, beat up Plymouth van. It's like gold. I think like when I say that, like it pops into some of our heads. Just stalls. And I'm sitting in the back with my mom and my sister. And all of a sudden, my dad's like trying to do everything. It's not working. He gets out of the car. And this, when the bad thing happens. My dad gets out of the car, and all of a sudden you feel this lurch. And either my dad didn't, which wouldn't surprise me, either he didn't put it in park, or the brakes just like died. And all of a sudden, the car starts rolling backwards. Now, something I want to point out at this point in the story is that on the other side of the freeway, there's like this curve, right? So it curves this way. And then on the other end of the curve is a cliff. Like, not like crazy, I'm not like, but steep enough to like, if we are in the car, we fall, we get hurt. Now, my dad, he's scrambling, he's trying to catch up to the car. We're trying to like, basically, he's trying to turn the car so it hits into the center divider. And this is when my mom and I are like, we don't have time for this. Probably have to jump. So I do the manliest thing that I've ever done, and that's jump out of a moving car. Now I know. Wow, Mr. L. So brave. So masculine. Wow. But in reality, the car was moving like 9 miles an hour. So it's not that crazy. I think some of you guys could run that fast. It's not that crazy if you think about it. So anyways, the story's not about me. It's about my mom. So after I jump out, my mom had a tougher job. And her job was to take my 4-year-old sister and jump out as well. See, what ended up happening was, as I jump out, I turn, and I see my mom with the door, you know those sliding doors, right? It's open. She gets there, and she's protecting my sister's head like this. And she jumps out. And it looks like she's going to land well, but instead she tumbles and she falls. And this part I remember very clearly. As she's rolling this way, sorry. She's rolling, the front right tire of the car rolls over her leg. And I'm shocked. So I go check on her, and the crazy thing is she gets up like nothing really happened. It was probably the craziest thing I ever saw. And we ended up getting the car on the wall. It was really good. And I remember I spent my birthday riding a tow truck back home. It was pretty fun. And the very next day, I remember my mom had this bruise, like this huge bruise on her leg. And she was saying it was sore. And the day after that, she went back to work. So, why would I tell you these stories? It's definitely not so I can introduce you to my mom. If she was here, she probably would be on her phone watching poorly acted Chinese dramas. No, seriously, the acting is terrible. How many of you guys know, like, the Darman videos? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, maybe the teenagers do. I don't know. The Darman. You guys know the Darman videos? Yeah, right? A lot of life lessons in there, but bad acting. I wanted to tell you about my mom so that you guys have an understanding of the legacy she left behind and is continuing to write. See, you guys have written your journey, your legacy in middle school, and you guys will continue to write new ones in high school. You guys were a class of firsts. You guys were the first group that we had in middle school be part of a boys volleyball team. And not only that, you guys were great. You girls were the first ones in middle school to play with the new CIF flag football rules. And even though the season was short, you guys played amazing and dominated. You guys were also the first group of students, and this is the amazing part, guys. You have to understand this about this class, to lead out in our first ever middle school week of prayer. And you guys did an amazing job. Talking up front while still being authentic to who you are and still making meaningful connections to God and about what He has done in your life just shows the ability and talent that you will all have. There's so much more I can keep saying, and I know you guys have heard me say it before, but I keep repeating it because you need to understand how great each and every one of you are. This isn't just me being nice. This is me being honest. Now, I want this to also be clear. This doesn't mean that your journey in high school is going to be amazing all the time. There's going to be some challenges that you'll face, whether it's personal, socially, or even spiritual battles. But know this, and I know this about you. You are a class that has overcome a lot. There's a quote that goes, "Your greatest struggles will be your greatest lessons." And I promise you that will be true in life and in high school. But continue to write your legacy, continue to strive great things, and continue to be the authentic version of yourself that you can be. I use this quote all the time, and I will continue to use it any opportunity I can because it truly is my favorite quote. And it goes like this: our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. We're born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. My hope for you, class, is that you're a class that continually lets your light shine. I hope that you are individuals that do not play small and realize what a beautiful story God wants you to write. It truly is in every one of you. And I know there will be days when you don't see it, feel it, but turn to God and the various people that He's put in your life, and the journey will get a little better. Never be afraid to ask for help when you need it, and never be ashamed of who God has made you to be. I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity and honor to speak to you guys. I'm going to miss the fun we had in the classroom, but I know we are all ready for the next phase of your journey. It's been fun, class of 2025. I look forward to hearing and seeing all the great things you will achieve. Love you all.
Good evening. Welcome to the longest graduation of your life. I keep making predictions on when we're going to end, and I keep adding 5, 10, 15 minutes. No, thank you. Thank you for celebrating with us. It's easy to go long when you have so much to celebrate. And at this portion of our service, we're going to be recognizing 2 small groups of students and their families for an extended commitment to Sacramento Adventist Academy and this beautiful community that we are enjoying here today. And then we have a number of individual awards that we're going to be presenting to students. So first, we want to recognize students and families who have been at SAA since kindergarten, and then also recognize students who have been at SAA since preschool. What we're enjoying here tonight is only made possible because so many of you are committed to Adventist education. So, students, as I read your names, please stand and be recognized with a round of applause. First, the students who have been here since preschool. Megan Like, Fiona Balsley, Chloe Merca, Mark Hartman, Ethan Piersanti, and Jake Shoffley. And now, 3 students who joined them in kindergarten. Please stand when your names are read. Madison Easterbrook, Enoch Masi, and Finley Moiwewa. Now we will recognize individual awards that have become traditions here at SAA. The first is the R.E. Jackson Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship has been established by the relatives of R.E. Jackson to benefit an 8th grade graduate of Sacramento Adventist Academy that wishes to continue their education into high school at SAA. This award is based on a student's GPA and the value that they have placed on Adventist Christian education. This scholarship will be applied as a $500 credit to the first month's tuition for 9th grade at SAA, and I am proud and happy to announce that the 2025 recipient is Finley Moiwewa. Our next award this evening is the Stephen D. Walter Memorial Scholarship. Service to others is the highest calling that God has placed on his children. To honor the life of Stephen, a faithful supporter of Sacramento Adventist Academy, the Walter family presents this scholarship to an 8th grade graduate of Sacramento Adventist Academy who has demonstrated a strong interest and involvement in leadership and service to others. Although Stephen's life of service ended far too soon, his family carries forward his legacy of service to others with this scholarship. This scholarship can be applied as a $500 credit for 9th grade at SAA. And again, I am proud, I am happy to announce the 2025 recipient is Austin Com. The next award is our 8th grade Community Services Award. For 3 years now, our middle school students have been actively involved in community services in partnership with Carmichael Seventh-day Adventist Community Church services right here. Each Wednesday, students work with adult volunteers to pack and distribute goods to families in need. In recognition of the collective hard work of all SAA students, the community service directors have established a scholarship that will be awarded to 2 students for their consistent dedication, their positive attitudes, and their willingness to go above and beyond in service to others. Recipients of this scholarship will receive $500, which can be used as a credit for the first semester tuition expenses at SAA. Again, I am proud, I am happy to announce the 2025 recipients are Maya Fisher and Maria Mello. Our next award is an Academic Achievement Award. Sacramento Adventist Academy believes that our students honor God, not just through service, but through achievement. It is often easy to focus only on results or just the achievement, but today's recognition is made possible through attendance, commitment, and production on the many days that have preceded this one. This annual scholarship is awarded to an 8th grade graduate that has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement in all subjects during their 8th grade year. This scholarship is equal to the first month's tuition for 9th grade at SAA. And I am happy to announce that we have 2 recipients this year. The 2025 recipients are Brennan Rivas and Allison Whitney. You do, Brennan. I got Allison. Our final recognition this evening is the Kindness Scholarship. Many Christians are familiar with the fruits of the Spirit, and they can recite the first few: love, joy, peace. But after that, the list may become hazy. The spiritual fruit of kindness may be appreciated, but it rarely receives the emphasis that it deserves. Sacramento Adventist Academy values the fruits of the Spirit that God develops in His maturing children. For this reason, the following 8th grade graduate is acknowledged for demonstrating consistent kindness to fellow students, as well as those that are older and those that are younger. This scholarship is equal to the first month's tuition for 9th grade at SAA. I am proud, I am happy to announce the 2025 recipient is Megan Like.
Good evening. We have reached the moment you have all been waiting for. Before Principal Jacobsons and Mr. Lang present the diplomas, I am proud to say that each graduate sitting here today has fulfilled the requirements set forth by the State of California, the Pacific Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, and Sacramento Adventist Academy in order to receive their 8th grade diplomas on this day, June 4, 2025. Just a reminder to please feel free to come up to the front to take pictures of your graduates. We will present diplomas to each graduate based on their seating placement. Will the first row please stand to receive your diplomas? Austin Nathaniel Calm. Megan Virginia Like. Maria Fernanda Mello. Fiona Kate Komilang Balsley. Madison Annalise Easterbrook. Bryn Susan Fechter. You may be seated. Will the second row please stand to receive your diplomas? Sawyer Robert Bugarin. Magdalena Ashley Pellicer Crary. Jaeli Manuela Ferreira da Silva. Kadus Burhane Daniel. Cedar Ashton Duckett. Reagan Elizabeth Easterbrook. Kimberly Nicole Emmons. Amanda Morera Espindola. Maya Monica Fisher. Dawson Matthew Friedrich. Alex Gerardo Granados. You may be seated. Will the third row please stand to receive your diplomas? Caitlin Ashley Gruich. Rebecca Gruich. Mark Louis Makiputin Hartman. Enoch Massey. Malia Hadley Yankee. Chloe Natalie Merca. Finley Momani Mo Yua Yua. Emmy Demi Alaya Sila Fau Nemel. Catherine Margaret Louise Newton. You may be seated. Will the fourth row please stand to receive your diplomas? Ethan William Hammer Piersanti. Brennan Xavier Rivas. Jacob Walter Shoffley. Jonathan Ulysses Marcus Silafar. Noah Anthony Van Wolferen. Matias Torres Cornilla. Allison Marie Whitney. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th grade graduating class of 2025. Congratulations, graduates.
So I just want to take another second. If you want to come take a picture of the whole class, will you guys just stand up, please? Stand up real quick. I know we kept you here a long time, but if you want to take a class photo, yeah. They're good looking, aren't they? While we're doing that, I will just tell you that after this, we do have some cookies and punch out in the lobby that we would like you to enjoy. Please enjoy those out in the lobby or outside. Feel free to come in and take other pictures, but keep the food outside. Well, we did keep you kind of a long time, so I'm kind of sorry, not sorry, because this group is so great and they are fun to celebrate, and we are sad to see them go. But I do want to now do something pretty cool after I pray. I'm going to pray. We're going to pray. Can you please bow your heads, please? Dear Heavenly Father, I am getting ahead of myself and just being so excited, but I do want to pause here and just thank you for the wonderful gift that we have been able to enjoy tonight and celebrate of this class, of each one of these individual students. Thank you for being with us. Continue to be with us and bless these students as they move on into high school. Amen. Okay, now I would like to present to you the new freshman class of 2029.